The dashboard lets you look at your data in many different ways. As a default, the dashboard displays the activity of identified contacts, who are automatically identified when they fill out any form on your website. If you go to the View drop-down, you can change this default view to All Contacts, which will also include the contacts who haven't been identified yet. But there are many other ways to display your data, and anytime you do a search or change a setting in the dashboard, you can save that view and it will show up as a drop-down option here. Let's take a look at a few ways you may want to view your data and how to save a view. Let's say you're posting a lot on Facebook or running Facebook ads and want to see any contact that came from Facebook. Just type Facebook, and now you're looking at all the people who came to your site from Facebook at any time. Now go over here and click Save View, and then we'll just enter Facebook. But let's say you don't really care about everyone who came from Facebook and you only want to see customers who came from Facebook. Just select the Customers segment from the dropdown. If you don't know how segments work, just take a look at our video on segments. Now click Save View, and we'll call this FB Customers. If you want to look at the most active leads on your site, select Leads from the segment dropdown, and then go to Advanced Search. Then select Session Count. We'll choose greater than 3, which will show you contacts who have been back to your site more than 3 times. Click Apply, and I'll name this Interested. Okay, now let's take a look at how good of a job our blog is doing at sending leads. Let's keep the Leads segment selected. Click Advanced Search, and select Entry Page. An entry page is just the first page someone sees when they come to your site. Now select Contains Blog, and this will show you any page where blog is in the URL. Let's call this Blog Leads. If you're running an ad and sending people to a specific landing page, you can create a view to see how many contacts are coming from that ad and landing page combination. The first thing you'll want to do is display the UTM parameters here in the dashboard. If you're not sure what UTM parameters are, take a look at our video on UTM parameters. To do that, go over to Edit Columns and select the UTM parameters that you're using in that ad. So here we'll look at UTM Campaign. Now search for the campaign that you want to see, in this case, half off. Now look for the landing page that you're sending that traffic to. Here it's LP/half off. Now you're looking at your leads who came from your half off ad and landed on your half off landing page. I'll name this view Half Off Leads. Okay, now let's say you just launched an ad campaign and it hasn't generated any contacts yet, but you want to see if people are looking at multiple pages, reaching a certain page, or even coming back. Seeing what people do after they click the ad will help you figure out if it's likely to work. You can look at anonymous contacts who haven't been identified by Attend yet. Just change the Identified Contacts drop-down to All Contacts. Now you're looking at visitors to your website even if they haven't filled out a form or been identified. Now search for the UTM parameter that corresponds to the ad or campaign you want to look at. Save this view, and now you can check in on the behavior of people who click on this ad, even if they haven't filled out a form yet. Another thing you may want to do is look at all of your UTM parameters at once. To do that, click Edit Columns, select the parameters you want to see. And this view will expose these UTM parameter columns, so you can scan through and see how well anything you've added a UTM parameter to is doing. I'll call this one All UTMs. And when I want to return to any of these views, I just click this drop down and there they are. And that's how saved views work. If you need any help or have any questions, just let us know.